So why is this that every single time, right, there's a crypto crash or even if the market is going down, right, two things happen. Well, first and foremost, these exchanges, pretty much all exchanges, they either halt trading or they go offline or they just don't allow people to transact. And that's fairly common. So that's the first thing, right, that I want to talk about. Second, more importantly, why is it that every time crypto is, let's say if it's going down, everyone is like, well, geez, this crypto is bad, the other crypto is worse, and this and that. They just start panicking. Why is that, right? People don't have the patience. But yet, on the other hand, if crypto is going up, right, if there's massive gains, 2x returns, 5x returns, everyone is just happy. Everyone is just, is just going crazy. Like, yay, that's super, super cool. Why is this happening, right? What are the causes? So I'm going to talk about this. And this is important because, for example, let me give you an example here, right? A simple example. What if SafeMoon, for example, tomorrow launches its wallet, for example, right? And then boom, all of a sudden, the price skyrockets. Guess what? Everyone is going to say, well, yeah, we believed in SafeMoon. This was the most, the greatest token on earth, right? I mean, geez, I've seen that before, right? I've seen that. We have been with SafeMoon, for example, since March, or end of March, April, right? Almost 6 months. And when it was going up, everyone was like, yeah, this is cool. But now it's down. Everyone's like, well, it's a bunch of crap. Let's dump it and whatnot. All right. What's up, YouTube community? Welcome to Invest Desk, your number one channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news updates and forecasts. My name is Syed, and today I'm going to talk about why SEC is threatening to sue Coinbase. What has Coinbase done? What's going on? I'm going to talk about that in depth because the SEC has told Coinbase that they intend, right, to bring a lawsuit against Coinbase over lending practices, because what Coinbase is doing is lending money, and the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US, it doesn't like it. So I'm going to talk about that, and of course a couple of other important news and updates and breaking news and updates. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have not, smash the like button. If you just joined, by the way, please do so. I'd appreciate that. And let me go ahead and set up my chat. That's important also because this is an important news today. I'm going to talk about why people become happy when things are good, but people are sad when things are not so good, right? That means crypto is not for you guys. Crypto is only, you should only invest for whatever, you wish to lose. And that's, some rules in crypto that I've covered in many live streams initially, right? So we know that. All right. So welcome back to Invest Desk. I'm going to be talking about some important areas here, and we'll discuss why there's a crackdown in the crypto market, whether it's the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US, whether it's China, right, cracking down on Bitcoin, whether it's the Europe trying to crack down on Binance exchange or whatever it is. But seems like there's a movement, right, that is going on against the crypto industry, even though the industry is growing, exponentially. It's over 2 trillion and whatnot. It's just every single month it just grows and grows, and that's how crypto is going to, go to the next level, and that's really the key. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see, what happens. But more importantly, I want to talk about the actual impact of, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, I did touch base on, for example, some of the reasons earlier on in my previous streams. I did touch base on why the industry, because they want to regulate it. They want to be able to regulate the crypto, and yet the governments just don't know how to do it. I mean, they can't. They can't control the globe, right? People all over the, the globe who are transacting in crypto, and, and now staking is a big thing coming up. I mean, people are in fact earning passive income by just holding crypto. And that's true. I mean, it has been. And same thing with Coinbase. So check this out. Coinbase now, For example, the SEC has told Coinbase that they're going to sue them, right, over lending practices. So on this particular blog of Coinbase, the chief legal officer, Paul Grewal, has in fact written a whole blog as to they don't understand why SEC wants to do this. Why do they want to sue? Because Coinbase has certainly been proactively engaging with the SEC about lend for nearly 6 months. That's what they say here. So why would they want to do it? If they have already been in talks with SEC, right? So specifically for lend, they're seeking to allow eligible customers to earn interest on select assets on Coinbase. Now, if you recall, Coinbase went public, by the way, just about 6 months ago, right? It was a big thing. So Coinbase went public, right, on the initial public offering, listed on NASDAQ. And then, of course, it's a public company. And all of a sudden, now the SEC wants to bring a lawsuit against them, even though that Coinbase is saying on their blog that, yes, they were already in talks with SEC. This is crazy. Like I say, guys, crypto is a crazy, crazy, crazy world, all right? So let's take a look why. So Coinbase is seeking to allow eligible customers to earn interest on select assets on Coinbase, starting with a 4% APY, right? 4% annual yield on USDC coin. Now, they could have simply launched the product, but they choose not to, right? So again, the SEC was in the loop. And they have also provided to the SEC whatever they needed before they could actually start to offer this lend program publicly. But despite the fact the SEC repeatedly asked the industry to talk to us, come in. The SEC was proactive because if you also recall in one of my previous streams, the new chairman of SEC is actually a blockchain professor. I think he taught blockchain classes at MIT, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I recall. So let me know in comments if you've seen those, streams, and if you remember the SEC chairman being very proactive in blockchain. But that's really how it is. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, and this is what how crypto reacts, guys. The industry reacts to such kind of news, by the way, even though everything seems normal, right, in due course of business, but people, the crypto market is just, wanting to hear some news and then react to it, right? And that's really what we see when we take a look at Bitcoin, for example. It's at 46,000. It was at 52 yesterday, right? And then Ethereum is also down. Cardano, I did do a live stream yesterday, or a video. I just posted a video regarding Cardano and what's going on with MinSwap, right? Yeah, Cardano and MinSwap duo. So go check out that video that I posted yesterday. And all these news, by the way, it just impacts crypto industry directly. And since most of us investors or other individuals, we're not really, diving deep into what's going on, and that's why InvestDesk is your #1 channel to bring you the latest news, updates, and forecasts. So we get easily caught in the FUD, right? Fear, uncertainty, doubt, and then panic selling starts, and this is the result. What we see here with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, Cardano, Dogecoin, SafeMoon, every other crypto, right? But with that said, if we show some patience, right? And that's how it is. That's how crypto works, guys. You do massive gains, it just kind of goes up, it kind of goes down, and then some news occurs and some news. Like Bitcoin was down to 28,000, remember? Now it's at 46. So hey, not bad. In fact, it was 52 yesterday. It was still trying to climb up and touch its all-time high of 64, 65, and even cross that, right? And it will. It'll still bounce back, just a matter of time. But the idea is that these kind of news, such as the SEC, wanting to bring a lawsuit against Coinbase, does, have its own impact. Cardano with MinSwap has its own impact, right? That I covered yesterday. And also, by the way, the El Salvador, this is the next news, becomes the first country to adopt Bitcoin as national currency. Now, that's true. It's a great thing. It's actually fascinating. It's pretty cool. However, during the launch, right, it just was a bumpy ride because Bitcoin kind of went down. And that's really what we see here is because, when Bitcoin goes down and here's this country trying to or did adopt Bitcoin, right? And guess what? Of course, the people are not going to like it. There's going to be a reaction from the country, from the citizens, from the individuals, right? Who are in fact wanting to in Bitcoin. And that's how it is. However, this is a very bold step. Certainly a big bold step for this particular country to actually start transacting in Bitcoin. But again, the market reacts to news, right? And this is one of the news as well, that how this country is reacting to Bitcoin. All right, the third thing and the last thing, of course, is the China factor. China is also cracking down on the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrencies or these exchanges, right? So China's widespread crackdown on Bitcoin, of course, has sent the hash rate plummeting. It just kind of went down. But miners leaving the network have also pushed up profitability. So people are, transferring their, physical assets from China to other exchanges in other parts of the world. So the entire industry is going left and right, guys. This is how crypto works. The governments are trying to regulate it. Well, and people are always finding new ways, to start transacting. For example, Binance, it was having trouble in the US. Of course, Binance is now in Singapore. So if you want to list a coin, list it in Binance. Similarly, by the way, let me give you another example. If I were to, since I'm researching the ICOs, by the way, and let me see if I can show you an example. Perfect. This is a good time. So here's the ICO calendar. And I'm going to go to the ICO calendar, and here's the upcoming project, Immutable, which is a collectibles NFTs. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is, by the way, it's going to start in about 2 minutes, right? That's one of the new projects that's coming up. So if I were to, let's say, click on this Immutable X, it's just an example, guys. This is just the initial coin offering that is about to happen. And I navigate to their website, and you'll notice something very interesting when I try to buy this token, right? This is the IMX token that they have. And I want to show you this. And crypto world. So the disclaimer says, I acknowledge the following if you need to purchase IMX token or if you're interested in it, right? So, and I'm just going to read it, just a few lines. This communication shall not constitute an offer to sell or the solicitation of an offer to buy, nor shall there be any sale of tokens to any US, the United States person, as defined below, or in the United States, or in any other jurisdiction in which such offer, solicitation, or sale would be unlawful prior to registration or qualification under the laws of such jurisdiction. Now, many of us don't even read this. We just say agree and we confirm. But this is very, very important. So the tokens have not been and will not be registered under the U.S. Securities Act of 1933. So this token is obviously not even part of the U.S. system, right? Or the laws as amended by the Securities Act, and may not be offered or sold within the United States or to or for the account or benefit of U.S. persons. So if you're a U.S. citizen, if we're in the U.S., I mean, we can't buy it. I mean, we can buy it, I guess, right? But it has to be outside the U.S. So this is what we're talking about. In fact, the governments are trying to regulate the crypto market, but all these new coins come in, and this is ICO. This is initial coin offerings. And guess what? There are about 3,666 watch list people on the watch list for this token. And this could be the next 5x or 10x coin. Well, what are we going to do? As investors, we're looking at every time, we're trying to find new tokens. We're trying to invest. We're trying to, make some good money. And that's how it is. So this is exactly how the crypto industry kind of works, guys, right? So do your homework, do your research before you intend to jump into any of these cryptos, right? Any of these new cryptos, for example, or even existing ones. right? So for example, SafeMoon, on the other hand, that we have, is a registered company in the US. It's out of Utah. We know that, right? John Kearney is the CEO, even though they have an office in Europe, and they're trying to do some blockchain in Africa, Gambia, whatever it is, multiple projects that they're working on. But at least they are part of the US, right? But that's the goal. Many of these new cryptos are not in the US, so we can't, they're not regulated by the SEC. So let's say if I buy, or if I intend to invest in any of these new cryptos, and guess what, I make a 10x return, well, how am I going to declare it through taxes? So that's really, the real, complex situations that the governments are still trying to figure it out, right? But investors or people, like, hey, we live in a capitalist society, and we want to make a buck or two, right? Why not? So, and that's really what is going on, right? So that's one of the reasons why the governments are trying to crack down on crypto, whether it's China, whether it's the US, whether it's European countries, and that's what is happening. On the other hand, of course, countries like El Salvador, they've legally adopted Bitcoin, right? Even though Bitcoin is down, of course, and people don't not necessarily get happy when things go down, right? I mean, I've covered this in my initial talk. So and when things are good, when the going is good, everyone is happy, right? Guys, if we're in crypto, come on, we gotta have some patience. It's all right. Only invest or what you're willing to lose, guys, right? Some breaking news, some updates. So do your own research. Make sure you do your own homework. This is very, very important. And that's exactly how we proceed. So if something goes down, let's not panic. It's all right. If something goes up, yeah, we're happy. We're super cool, right? All right, so these are the few news I wanted to cover. Make sure you do your own research. If you do intend to invest in any of these coins, whether it's SafeMoon, whether it's PROMISETOKEN that we have. And by the way, I know I'm getting a lot of messages on PROMISETOKEN. It's still flat, all right? It's still flat. We only invested a couple of $100, guys. So I'm not sweating over this. We should not. I mean, unless you spent thousands and thousands of dollars, I'm not sure. But again, this is when we started with the PROMISETOKEN, it was only couple of $100, I think. And that's how it is. And it actually went up. Right now, the portfolio that we have at InvestDesk is almost $2,000. So on a $200 investment, if I'm still, if it's still at $2,000 worth, it's not bad. I'll hold it, and that's what I'm doing. But it's no big deal. Same thing with SafeMoon. SafeMoon is at 18. It was at 24 because of the Bitcoin, because of the Cardano news, because of the Bitcoin news, because of the Coinbase news. Of course, it impacts all cryptos, right? So right now it's at 18, but we'll see long term how things are progressing and how SafeMoon projects come up, like the wallet, like the exchange, and whatnot. So all these are companies that are trying to, come up with new services, guys, right? And it takes time. It's just a startup, 6-month-old company. All right. So these are the updates I wanted to give. Make sure you do your own research, by the way, before you, decide to diversify your portfolio or invest in other coins. All right. So let me see if I can get some comments, but I'm gonna, let's not spam, guys. Thanks so much, D. Richards. Welcome, buddy. Ezekiel, welcome. Thanks so much. Michael, thanks so much. So I know all these comments. I'm getting all these comments. This is super cool. And the reason why is I just like I mentioned, if SafeMoon goes up, right now it's at 1873. What if it loses a 0 in the next day or two? Guess what, guys? All these comments are going to be reversed. All right, trust me. So it's not going to be a joke anymore. It's not going to be a scam anymore, right? So sorry, but that's the truth. That's how we are. That's how investors are. So let's be responsible investors. All right. So we gain some, we lose some, guys. But in any case, I wanted to get this out of the way. I want to make sure that we are on top of the news, because InvestDesk is your #1 channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news updates and forecast. My name is Syed, and of course, my Twitter handle is @invest_desk. So if you want to go check that out, I'm still working on the ICOs, by the way. All right, so I'm going to be working with multiple ICOs that are coming. I am researching those, so if something happens, I will definitely let you guys know as to where we are with some of these. But definitely do your own research, do your own homework, and of course, you all know I'm not a financial advisor. Whatever I do it for myself, and I share my knowledge and experience, and of course, the investments. So far, we are doing wonderful at InvestDesk so far. All right, so that's all we have. That's all I have for today. So thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure, if you're new, please subscribe, and of course, smash that like button if you have not done so. Certainly appreciate that. And thank you all